Uh, do you hear me well?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Pedro, I know a little bit of you. That you are a policeman. You're living in Brazil, and what else would you tell us
About
about you?
myself.
About yourself? Yeah.
Okay. I am 28 years old, and I am married. I don't have children yet. What else? I've been studying English for 10 months, roughly 10
Wow.
months.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you study English just 10 months and you are able to talk with
Yeah, but
foreigners? Oh, that's awesome.
let,
That's
let,
awesome, really. I
let
am
me
very surprised.
let me explain. I had lessons at school, English lessons, but it was just grammar, It wasn't speaking practice, just a lot of grammar stuff, and I wasn't able to speak. So I decided, this year, in January this year, I decided to learn English.
Despite
And sorry.
despite of your explanation, I am very expressed of your way.
Yeah.
Really.
Maybe because I'm putting a lot of effort into this English endeavor. So yeah, I'm trying to immerse myself every single day since I started to learn. Every single day, I immerse myself in the
You
language.
you did a great job. Well done.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm doing. Yeah.
You're very talented, really. You're
Thank you.
gifted. And of course, every one of us knows that to reach such level in English and learning languages, just only talent is not enough. We know how to, every one of us are working above our pronunciation, listening skills, and
Yeah.
so. That's
So,
great.
tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from?
My name is RD. You can call me RD. It's abbreviation of my first.
RD. RD.
Yeah, RD. RD.
RD. RD.
I live in Russia,
Russia.
but I am not Russian, as you can see.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
nation.
I
My
suspected. Yeah.
my nation is Kalmyk. I live. Russia is a multinational country, and there are a lot of different republics, and I live in Republic of Kalmykia. It is small southern part of Russia, next to Caspian Sea, and so uh, I am learning. I am 50. I have 2 children and wife and a father, and we are living threesome. My wife and my father. My children are adult and they are living other cities.
Other cities. Yeah.
Yeah. I am learning English over 6 years, and what else? I want to be confident, but I started to talk with foreigners just 2 years ago, and but right now it becomes easy and easier.
Yeah.
And I am very happy to have friends around the world, and of course from Brasilia.
That's the
From
best
Brazil.
part, I would say. The
Yeah,
best part of learning language is the friends that you can make all around the world.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
you're right. You're right. That's just uh, 2, 3 years ago. I couldn't imagine that I would be talking with friends from other hemisphere of our Earth, our small
Likewise,
and big Earth. Yeah.
likewise, the same with me. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a crazy thing. And tell me about your approach to learn. Do you have a daily schedule to learn, or
Oh, first, my first steps were very small. Uh, Actually, I started learning English uh, mm, from childhood in school, and but when I graduated, I didn't know anything,
yeah?
any rules. I didn't
I
know any.
I
Just some
suspect,
simple words. Mhm.
yeah, I suspect that it's the same thing all over the world. The people study language in school, and when they graduated, anybody are able to speak or to read or to use the language in general. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah,
But after school, I did attempt several attempts to start learning English again and again, but I was failed every time. And so um, last time it was a little bit over 6 years ago. I uh, asked myself why people goes to university, to the linguistic faculty to learn English, and they are learning 5 and more years. And so maybe it is not so easy. Maybe I should to take some patience, and
I see.
uh, so I started to learn step by step, just giving taking over a mm, little time per day, and uh, 10 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes per day. It was increasing
Yeah,
slowly,
that
slowly, and so when I um, made habit for myself, habit for learning, and
yeah,
I accustomed to learn, and so it be and it became more easy, and
yeah,
so I started to enjoy of learning process, and so it was actually it was very impressive things,
yeah.
feelings when I
That,
uh, saw different small different progresses in listening and
yeah,
grammar, etc. Mhm. What
I
about you?
noticed it. Yeah, yeah. I agree with your approach because I think that the key factor to achieve the point that you achieved is to do steadily, you to do every day, to be in contact with the language, even for 20 minutes or 10 minutes. But the important thing is to do steadily every single day, you know. And you can use this approach to learn anything you want. If you want to learn how to play a guitar, or how to cooking, how to cook, how to do anything, you know. It's all about the 5 P's: practice, 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 practice. You know.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I agree.
Yeah.
That's actually, it is really interesting how people comes to right ideas, and
Yeah.
actually all people are different, but they gather to one point, and they are making the same steps. But why, I always ask myself, why I didn't it I didn't make I didn't do this before. It would be much easier right now.
Yeah. But the important thing that is that you did, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Well, do you have any mm, speaking partners in reality, offline?
To talk in person, you mean, right?
Yeah.
No, because I live in a small town with just 25,000 people. So
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of countryside. It's near to the coast, but it's kind of countryside, you know. And we don't have so many foreigners here. Yeah, so yeah, I have to use internet in order to speak to foreigners. But despite of that, my wife is English teacher in high school.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
and she speaks very, very, very well because she already lived abroad. She lived for 1 year in California, in USA. She went to exchange there through her university, and she got exchange, and she went to California to study for 1 year. So she speaks very confidently, but there is a detail because it's so difficult to interact to her in English, because we already had a relation in Portuguese, so it's difficult. It's difficult to talk in other language when you already know this specific in other language. It's a funny thing to think about it. To think about, yeah.
I understand you.
You know what I mean?
I understand you because my wife attempts to learn English too, and I tried to help her, but actually for her it is boring. They don't want to speak with me.
It's weird.
She always switch her attempts to Russian, and we are talking in Russian, of course. She doesn't want to learn to talk with me in English.
Yeah.
But
I understand her.
Yeah. That's true. That's funny. What about do you have any pets?
Not more. I had before, but he died. He died. He passed out. Yeah.
Mm,
It was
it was
it was a French bulldog. He was so cute.
it was a dog, bulldog.
Yeah, a
Ah,
bulldog,
mhm.
a French
Ah,
bulldog. Yoda. His name was Yoda.
Yoda. Ah,
Yoda.
it's like uh, how to say uh, Star
Star
Wars
Wars character. Yeah, yeah,
character. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So sorry. Mhm. So sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And what about you?
I have a cat, just a
A
cat.
cat.
Yeah, he is. Uh, I don't know where he is now, but uh, he right now he is very fat.
Very fat.
Yeah, because it,
He,
actually,
he's lazy.
yeah, he is lazy. Wants, he likes to sleep
Yeah.
and eat and sleep. But sometimes he catches mouses and birds.
Mouse. Yeah.
He wants to share it with me.
Yeah. I would like to have a new pet, but I don't have enough time because of my job and the job of my wife as well. It's difficult to stay at home. Sometimes I stay out of my home for 3 days in a row, for example. So it's difficult to have a pet
Mm.
for me. Yeah.
What about your job? Uh, is it dangerous to be a policeman?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's very dangerous. It's very stressful as well.
I heard
But
that in Rio de Janeiro, it is a very crime place. There are some I forgot how the districts. Uh,
in shanty towns, yeah, in these lands.
mhm, mhm. And so, what about other places? It is
Yeah, yeah. Rio de
crime.
Janeiro is very dangerous indeed, but it's the same in the others big cities in Brazil. You know, it's the same
Mm,
thing because probably you know about Rio de Janeiro because Rio de Janeiro is more famous in the world, but uh, each big city in the country is the same. You know,
mm,
it's not different from Rio de Janeiro. In the
mm,
capitals, it's violent. All the capitals, all the
mm,
big cities, I would say,
mm.
in my
Please
view. Yeah.
take care about yourself. It's
Yeah, but as I said, I live in a small town. I work in the city in the nearby town. Is a is bigger than mine, but it's just 70,000 people. It's not a big city, you know. So
mhm,
it's okay. I'm not a street police. You know, I do not use uniforms. I just stay in my office and do the bureaucratic part of the police. You know, I take statements from the victims, from the suspects of crimes.
mhm,
You know, I just stay in my office in the AC.
mm,
I'm not in the street, you know.
mhm. Ah, yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah,
That's-
it's better.
What about where do you live exactly in Brazil? Is it
Brazil.
on the beach or not? Maybe it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, on
it's
the beach.
yeah, it's I live in northeast of Brazil, and it's hot all over the year. The weather is hot, very hot, and the weather it's kind of a desert near to the beach, you know. It's difficult to explain, but I can send you some photographs. It's a desert
Yeah.
next to the beach, next to the ocean. It's very good to live here. The weather, I honestly I like the weather here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm very interested in
Yeah.
just to take a look on your city. And actually, I prefer small cities to big cities and against big
Likewise.
cities. And
Yeah.
because,
Me too.
I think I like cozy place and not
Uh,
so
Loudy and
overcrowded. Yeah,
noisy.
loudly. Yeah, I like. mm, I would like. Actually, I haven't. Uh, mm, I'm living in a desert place, as you said, and he is in my city. There is no any rivers and a sea and even lakes. To go to the lake, it's or to the beach. It it required to take a long trip, and I have
I
no
see.
possibility to visit
Yeah.
beaches every day. And of course, I have a dream to visit some place and just relaxing on the beach, laying on the sand, under the sun, under the hot sun.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
see.
Mhm. Uh, did you uh, have you been in your city? Mhm.
Sorry.
Mm. Uh, have you? Where have you been?
I was born in this city where I live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lived my kind of whole life here, but I went to the capital of my state when I went to the college to graduated in law, and then when I finished my the university, I I went to police academy, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been in police for over 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mhm. Where did you study? It was another city.
Yeah,
Was it?
in the capital of my state. The name of the
Mm,
city is Natal.
mm, mhm.
Natal. I
Natal.
can, yeah, I can type for you. It's a very
And,
beautiful city.
mm, and I can't miss to ask you about football, soccer. About soccer.
Yeah.
Are you at fun? Are you in a fan of soccer?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not a football fan, but I can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I hear. I hear.
Because here in my screen, the call is frozen.
Mm.
My laptop is so slow. Wow.
Oh, no, no.
Sorry.
I I hear you
Oh, okay.
well, and your picture is
It's
good.
okay now. Yeah, about football. I'm not actually. I'm not a football fan, but I like to drink. So I like to drink beer, and it's a good occasion to drink a beer is to watch to football play with my friends. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it's a good
I
it's a
understand.
good yeah, it's a good excuse to drink.
You're right. You're right.
Uh,
Actually, I remember when I was young, my friends and me, of course, uh, quite often were sitting in front of the TV set and
yeah,
watched football games with beer and
drink beer.
other kind of alcohol. Mhm.
That's one of the pleasures of life. To be with with your friends, to have a good conversation, laugh out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. What about sea sport? Uh,
See sports. It's not common in
mm,
here in Brazil. See sports like swimming. You mean
surfing, surfing.
surfing? Yeah, surfing. No, it's more here where I live. We have it's very the weather is very windy. You know, there are a lot of wind, so the people here practice kite surf. It's a kind of surf, but with I don't know how to say
I
with
got it. I got it. With parachute
parachute.
with
Yeah,
stripes,
exactly. Yeah,
stripes.
with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
parachute with a string, you know, and you grab and put your foot on in a French surf in a surfboard, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
very cool.
I got
I
it.
I will send you some videos from kitesurf. It's very funny. It's very
Mm-hmm.
common here
Mm-hmm.
because
Interesting.
yeah, to surf is it's difficult here because the ocean is very steady, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is no waves to surf
Mm-hmm.
without parachutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of it's like a pool,
That's
the ocean. It's like a pool, very steady.
that's good for swimming in the
Yeah,
ocean,
yeah.
eh?
It's
uh, Pedro, what about uh, uh, wild animals? Uh, are there a lot or not?
here where I live, as I said to you, it's kind of a desert. A desert. We don't have so many. Just kind of mice,
Mhm,
but it's like a mini kangaroo. They carry the babies in their
mhm,
bellies. It's very
mhm.
interesting, but they are very how can I say
Small.
that? Very small. Yeah, very small. There is no big animals, you know.
Mm,
But
mhm,
as you probably know, Brazil is so big, so great, and there is so different place in
mhm,
Amazonia, for example. There are a lot of different savage animals, but where I live, no,
mhm.
just small kangaroos.
What about snakes? I
Not so.
heard that
There
Brazil is.
is if you live in the next to forest, kind of forest, there is some snakes, but not so much, you know.
Mhm, mhm. Have you ever seen wild anaconda or python?
No, here where I live, there is just small snakes. You know, it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. But in Amazonia, you can face a big anaconda in front of you. But where I live, no. I've seen some snake, but just small and skinny.
That's good. Interesting. Okay, my dear friend, I am very happy to be talking with you. Just say some words to our friends who is learning English, and how would you motivate them?
Yeah, sometimes in this month that I've been studying English, sometimes I get so demotivated and so stressful about the English learning, but it will pass. In the next day, we will wake up better, feeling better, and you will be motivated to learn again. You know, what I mean is we face bad days. It's normal, and but you have to the sun will rise. just keep it up, you know, just keep it up. And do steadily, even 5 minutes, even 10 minutes, but do every single day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was very useful for me. It was it's so impressive how you reached your level for 10 months. It's wonderful. Thank you very much. Pedro, please promise me, be in touch, and we will talk about
sure.
Not only
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a asking, my friend, what would you like? Sorry. If you don't mind, we will make group chat. Okay.
Sorry.
I will group chat. What about group chat?
Yeah.
You, me, and some other friends. If you will be in touch on Sunday, we can meet. Okay, I will say you about time.
Okay.
We will get agreement. Okay.
Okay. Have a good night.
Bye bye. Good night. Good day. Bye. Thank you very much.